Hey guys, this is Amanda at Amanda's Booktopia. If you're new here, welcome, and if not, welcome back. And today is the start of a new vlog. Unfortunately, it is starting late. Today is actually Thursday. The reason why it's being so late is because I've been kind of slumpy. Ever since Court of Winter, every book after has not quite measured up for me, which is very sad. And I have not been loving the current book that I'm on, which is Days We Hide from the Light by Lucy Score. I am halfway through. However, I'm not loving it. I mean, I like Nash by himself. I like Lena by herself. Put them together, I just don't feel it. This is like, I'm having the same issue like I did with Indigo Ridge on this one. Like, I want to know what's going to happen with the mystery aspect, which is why I'm still plugging on. But there are times I just want to DNF this, which is sad because, like, I've heard so many good things about this one in particular. Even more so the third book. The third book I really, really, really want to get to, which is why I'm currently trying to work my way through this one. And I'm just not feeling the love here. I mean, I don't understand how Nash and Lena could possibly be together. I feel like they're complete opposites and doing two completely different things. One of them wants to like go on adventures and do things. The other one just wants to stay home and do his own thing and kind of wants to like settle down. And the other one just does not want that. So I'm like, how can these two possibly be together? It just does not sound like a match to me. And I don't, and supposedly there's chemistry, but I'm not feeling the chemistry. So it's like the same issue with Indigo Ridge in this book, and it sucks. But I'm trying to plug my way through, and hopefully it gets better. I want to know what's going to happen with the mystery aspect, so I'm trying. Like, I seriously really am trying. Which is why this vlog is starting so late. I didn't do that much reading this week, and the little bit that I have was in this one, which is making me feel slumpy. Because of all the books before coming to this one, I have not rated very highly. So I'm struggling here. But I'm going to at least try to get through it. Because I just want to see more of Lucian. Lucy is my favorite. I want to know more of him. I want to know his backstory. I want to know everything about him. Every time there's a scene with Lucian and Sloane, I'm rooting for them. Like, you can tell there's chemistry between those two. And I just want to see more of them. I don't care much about Nash and Lena, unfortunately. I just want to see more of Lucian and Sloane. That's all I want to see. So that's why I'm plugging through. I want to see more of them. I'm hoping I can find some more of them. Because there's a wedding coming up in this book, and I'm hoping there's going to be more scenes with them in it. So, I am hoping to get some more Lucian and Sloane time, for sure. And hopefully I can get through this, because I'm so ready to spin the wheel and find another book. I can't do this anymore. But, hopefully, I can get some more reading done tonight. I am currently halfway through. I am on page 308. So I'm getting there. It's just taking forever, it feels like. Why do romances have to be so long? I really want to know. But I'm going to try to plug away at the rest of this book. And hopefully I'll have something to talk about once I finish it. I'm afraid it's going to be another 3-star. I'm predicting that right now it's going to be a 3-star. But I'm going to try and at least get some more reading in before. I'm hoping I could maybe finish this tonight. I mean, right now it's only 6:46 in the evening, so I got plenty of time to read. But I'm also cooking dinner alongside Ray. We're doing breakfast for dinner, so he's doing potatoes, I'm doing breakfast burritos. So we're excited for that. So after dinner, I'll definitely try and finish this up, at least attempt to. So I'm ready for a new book. So that's all I have for right now. And hopefully I'll have another read update for you once I could get through the rest of this. So I will see you all then. Hey guys, it is now 10:41 p.m. on Thursday, and I just finished Things We Hide from the Light. The first half, like I said before, I had a big problem with. However, the second half was a lot better, and things started to click a little more. I started to see Nash and Lena. Their chemistry finally started to get there, and they had a lot of character development. And I started to like them a little bit more than I did in the first half. And the mysterious aspect with the case that they're working on, I really liked how that ended and how things wrapped up with that. And because my enjoyment level of the book started to go up a little bit more, even though wasn't crazy about the first half, I think I've settled on a 4-star on this one. I originally was thinking 3 stars, but after getting through the rest of this, it has gotten better. So I'm going to settle on a 4-star for this one. I think I rated the first book, Things We Never Got Over, 4 stars as well. But I am super excited to move on to the 3rd book soon. Probably won't be this month, but I'm hoping in the next month or two I could finally get to the 3rd book, because I've been waiting to get to Lucian's story. I cannot wait to see him and Sloane and their story. It's going to be amazing. So I'm glad I have finished this one. Now it's time to spin the wheel for our next book and see what we get. What happened to the noise? Again. Weird. Oh, what does that say? I can never read this to the camera, I swear. Oh, A School for Good and Evil. That's actually perfect, because that is a group book for Fiction Falls, and I have a live show on the 28th for this book. Hi, everyone. It is now Friday at about 12:15 in the afternoon, and I wanted to give you guys an update. So I did some reading last night on A School for Good and Evil. I am now on page 197, about to start chapter 13. And I'm really enjoying this so far. Obviously, this is middle grade, so we're getting like middle grade characters and actors and stuff. So I was expecting that going into it. And I really enjoy the plot. The characters are very interesting. I'm starting to wonder if they're exactly where they're supposed to be. I don't want to talk too much about this because we're doing a whole live show on the 28th. But I do want to talk about a little bit about what I've read so far. And it's definitely very engaging. I didn't want to put it down last night. Eventually I had to. I needed to get some sleep. But I am definitely enjoying my time with it. I cannot wait to continue. I'll probably do a little bit more this afternoon. I mean, it's a fairly short book. I mean, with middle grade, I could get that done in no time whatsoever. So I am excited to see how this goes, and I definitely want to watch the movie, because I'm curious as to what these characters will look like in the movie. So probably after I read this book, I'm probably going to have to watch that movie. So I definitely want to know what they would look like on screen, especially the dog, the 2-headed dog. That's going to be interesting. So I am excited to continue this. I want to go ahead and continue and read some more of it. And I'll give you the rest of my thoughts probably later on. I am planning on going to Starbucks today because the new fall menu just dropped yesterday, and I cannot wait to try the new non-dairy apple crisp drink. And normally I would drink pumpkin, but that has some dairy, and I don't. Sometimes dairy tends to make me itch, so I probably will have to skip the pumpkin, unfortunately. But I definitely want to try the apple crisp drink, the new non-dairy one. So I'll definitely be trying that. And if you guys are curious as to what my thoughts are on it, I'll give you guys an update later. So I'll see you all then. Hi everyone, it is now Saturday at about 12 p.m. and I have about an hour until my watch party for Fiction Falls, which I'm very excited for. We are watching all 3 High School Musical movies back to back to back. But of course, there will be breaks in between. So give people a chance to get some food, do whatever they need to do in between, then come back and watch some more. So I am excited for that. It starts in an hour. But until then, I wanted to give you guys an update on my reading. So I finished in School for Good Evil late last night. I stayed up till almost 4 in the morning just trying to finish up this book. Because this was addicting. This plot and these characters, I couldn't get enough. I loved it. And we are doing a live show on this book on the 28th of this month. So if you've read it and want to come and join and have all the fun stuff, because it hasn't happened yet, I can't link it yet. But stay tuned because I am very excited to talk about this book with everybody. I had such a fun time with it. I ended up giving it 5 stars. However, live shows sometimes change my mind. So, maybe a rating will drop a little bit. We'll see. I don't know yet. But we'll find out. And there's also a movie on this book on Netflix. So I would like to this weekend also watch the movie because I really, really enjoyed the book. And I have the rest of the series as well. I have the whole box set. Thanks to my wonderful fiance, right? So I'm excited to continue the series and go watch the movie. So for sure, I'll definitely be watching that movie. If not today, then definitely tomorrow. Because I really, really want to watch it now that I've read it. Because I could picture some of it in my head of what it could look like on screen. So I'm very excited to see what the movie adaptation is going to be like. But now that I'm finished with this, it is time to choose a new book. So we have this marked for Battleathon for 500 points, Fiction Falls for the homework prompt, all done. Now it's time to spin again. And what happened to the sound? I don't know. What did that say? I think that's a one-word title. Oh, recruitment. Oh, this was not what I was expecting. You're probably all wondering what the heck is recruitment. So let me pull it up and I can tell you a little bit about it. It's on my Kindle. I believe it's a dystopian book. It's by K.A. Riley that I borrowed on Prime Reading. All I really remember is that it's dystopian. So let me see if I can pull up the synopsis and I can tell you what it says. So I've been meaning to read this because it's also been on my wish list for a really long time. But it was also on Prime Reading, so I borrowed it. So now that I'm reading it, I can take it off my wish list. So this is technically what this is about. It says, in the Volta, no matter what month you were born, everyone is assigned the same birthday, November 1st. It's the anniversary of the day when the government declared war on the Eastern Order. The day you turn 17, the recruiters come to take you away, and no one ever hears from you again. It's October 31st. Today, Cress is 16 years old. Tomorrow, she'll be taken. The good news? So will her best friend Cardin and Brone, the handsome, enigmatic boy she's avoided all her life. The bad news? Recruitment isn't what any of them expected. Weeks of training await, military and psychological tests, escape rooms, hand-to-hand combat. The recruits are told they're the key to winning the war. But with each day that passes, things begin to make less sense. If only Cress had been able to bring her trained raven, Render, with her. If only none of them had ever had to come to this place. And it says it's for fans of The Hunger Games and Divergent. And I loved both series. So it sounds right up my alley. There's 43 chapters and then an epilogue. However, I don't know how long the chapters will be. But I'm okay with that. Because it sounds really interesting. And something I think I'm really going to enjoy. So this is kind of what the cover looks like. And I am very, very excited to start this. So because of my watch party starting soon, I probably won't start reading now. But later tonight, once the movies are over, I'll definitely be reading this, and I cannot wait to see if it's as good as The Hunger Games and Divergent, because I really love those series. So, once I have gotten some reading in, I will come back and give you guys an update. So I'll see you all then. Hi guys, it is now Sunday at about 2:30 in the afternoon, and I wanted to do a reading update with you guys. So I am currently about to start chapter 10 in recruitment, which is page 80, it says, at 22%. And it's interesting so far. I think it was a little slow in the beginning, but they were also doing some world building. I can't talk today. In the first 9 chapters. So we kind of got what's going on in this world and getting some background information for the story, so we know what we're going into, which is why I think it was a little slow at starting, because sometimes you gotta get that world building in first. But it's an interesting concept. It definitely reminds me of Divergent and The Hunger Games for sure. And I don't know much of what's happening yet. I only know a little bit of what, basically because of the concept of what I'm getting myself into, but I haven't really, there's not really much to enjoy just yet, because we're just setting up the story. Like in the first 9 chapters, that's all they were doing was setting up the story. But now they're finally being transported to help in this war effort. So that's where I'm at now. And so I don't really have much thoughts on it just yet, because we're just basically getting started. So I'm going to try and get some more reading in, and hopefully later on I could give you an update on my actual thoughts and feelings, because there's not really much for me to like just yet, because it was all building up to this point. So I'm going to keep reading, and I'll come back later with hopefully some better thoughts. So I will see you all then. Hey guys, it is now 6:40 in the evening on Sunday, and I just finished recruitment, aka Riley. And even though it says it's a lot like The Hunger Games and Divergent, there is nothing like The Hunger Games. So I don't know why that's even in there, but it is a lot like Divergent. However, it's not like how Divergent has these, the way they're sorted into different groups in Divergent. It's not quite that in this book, but it has like an interesting twist on it. So I enjoyed that aspect. It was a very fun, quick read. After the world building set in, I started to really connect to the characters. And I think Cress and Cress is the main girl in the story. And then her friend Cardin. Those two I really enjoy the most, because they're both loyal and they trust each other and they're there for each other. And that's the kind of connection that I love to see in books. And that made me care for them even more. So I'm definitely interested in continuing the series. Don't know if it'll be right away. There's a lot of other books to read. But I am interested to see where it goes from here. Like, I really enjoyed what they went through together and how they managed to come out the other side of it. And there was a twist in there that I did not see coming, which in some ways it felt similar to Divergent in a couple of aspects, which is probably why I enjoyed it, because I love the Divergent series. And this definitely gave me vibes from the Divergent books. So I definitely want to continue at some point and see what happens next, because I'm really connected to the characters. I definitely am invested in seeing how it all goes down throughout the series, because there's this series, and then I think there's like a spin-off series of this as well. And since I really enjoyed it, I ended up giving it 4 stars. It was a lot of fun. And I am excited to see where it goes next. So, yeah, it'll be definitely 4 stars. So 400 points for Battleathon. And I haven't decided where it would fit on the bingo board for Fiction Falls, but I'll find something. I know I haven't shown you guys my bingo board marking anything off at all. However, when we get to the next vlog, I will definitely make sure I have something for you so you guys can see what I've marked off. I'm just not there yet. I have not invested any time in working on my bingo board. I've just been reading. But now that that's over, let's spin for our next book and see what we get. Time to spin. Let's find out what our next book is going to be. Oh, okay. My Lady Jane. I was not expecting that one. But it is another KU book. So this was a book that I picked for the bingo board for Fiction Falls for a book that's out of my comfort zone. So let me pull that up. And I will tell you a little bit about My Lady Jane for those that don't know. I don't know much about My Lady Jane. I just know it's supposed to be similar to the Princess Bride movie. And I did not like that movie. I wasn't crazy about it. So this is definitely out of my comfort zone. So pulling it up, I did want to. The reason why I even put this on my wheel in the first place was because I was kind of sort of interested in watching it because there is supposed to be like fantasy elements. And that's the only reason why I was even interested in attempting to read it before watching it. Because in case I don't know if I'm going to like this or not. Because it's supposed to be similar to The Princess Bride. But maybe it won't be. I know a lot of people love the movie The Princess Bride. But because I didn't love it, I'm hoping it's not going to be quite like The Princess Bride. Because I like more fantasy. Like, I love historical fantasy, don't get me wrong. But I wasn't really into the medieval type stuff in The Princess Bride. So I'm going to attempt to start this. And I'm going to end this vlog here because it's Sunday, the end of the week. So I'm going to stop here since we picked our next book. And I will talk to you guys about my thoughts in the next vlog. So I will see you guys with my thoughts on it once we start up a new vlog again. So I hope you enjoyed this one. If you did, give me a huge thumbs up. If you want to see more bookish content and to hear my thoughts on My Lady Jane, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below. Smash it in all its glory. And I will hope to see you in the next one.